Yep. Whoa, from my spare room in Sacramento, this is Paintball Ruined My Life Live with Brad Johnson. Gentlemen, we are here for Paintball Ruined My Life Live. This evening, we have another rules investigation. MacDev was sold. The i3 Pro is making a comeback. Ironmen have new roster additions. We got a bunch of other stuff. We're going to talk about Split Deck. We're going to talk about a podcast. We're going to talk about Global. We're going to talk about Safety Town. Allen Paintball products. We might have talked about Allen Paintball products last week, though. We'll find out. And we got some videos we're probably going to watch. Hopefully everybody's well this fine Monday evening. And as always, I want to thank the best paintball store on the planet, bfpgear.com. You can actually see, there's like the other side. Boop. There's a link, not a link. There's their logo in the bottom corner of this screen always. But BFP Gear also have two local paintball stores here in Northern California, one in Sacramento and one in Modesto called Extreme Paintball. You can see this flyer banner thing flipping around right now. And they are looking for potential teams to sponsor this upcoming season. So if your team is playing local tournaments or events during the 2026 season, SAC Paintball and Extreme Paintball are now accepting team sponsorship applications for paintball teams based in the Sacramento Bay Area, Sacramento Valley-ish, San Joaquin Valley area. We want to support teams that practice locally, stay active in the regional paintball scene, and represent the sport and our store in a professional way. Team support may include discounted paint and equipment, store-based perks, and seasonal support depending on team involvement and activity level. So if you're, a regional team, if you're a divisional team in this NorCal area, there's two links in the description, one over to Extreme and one over to SAC Paintball. Hit them up if you're looking for sponsors. You want cheaper paint? Maybe you want some inexpensive barrel covers? Extreme Paintball and SAC Paintball both looking to add additional sponsors additional teams to sponsor this, upcoming year. Extreme Paintball, BFP Gear, and SAC Paintball. Excellent. Hello, John. John says, give the live stream a like or you don't like paintball. That's what I'm saying. I like that idea, John. But let's just break into the very first thing on my list of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about MacDev got purchased by Sorry, I'm making sure something was clicked. MacDev apparently was purchased by John Brinkman. Just noticed it said, do I have an extra I in his name? Is there actually an I like that? Brinkman. Yeah, I don't know why I have an extra I in his name. John Brinkman. I thought his name was Brinkman. It's not Brinkyman. John Brinkman. John Brinkman, he's, to my knowledge, somewhat newer to paintball. He purchased the Hurricanes, the New Orleans Hurricanes earlier this year, and kind of relocating that team to Texas. In that same kind of swath of purchasing the Hurricanes, he also purchased Contract Killer. That's kind of why it says Contract Killer acquires MacDev. But really it's John Brinkman, Contract Killer's current owner. And this is a barely long press announcement. We'll read some of this. I'll read the very first thing. Contract Killer today announces the acquisition of high-end marker line of MacDev, making a decisive move. I don't like this like word salad press release stuff. Contract Killer today announces the acquisition of the high-end marker line of MacDev, marking a decisive moment for both brands and for the future of performance paintball. The acquisition is driven by a clear vision. Contract Killer recognized in MacDev an extraordinary potential that had not yet been fully expressed. With the strategic move, Contract Killer is investing directly in that potential, unlocking it, elevating it, and transferring it into something entirely new. And then John wrote down here, John Brinkman, CEO of Contract Killer, commented, "We aren't here to prove anything. We exist because we spent over 20 years living inside this sport." I can't read. "We aren't here to prove anything. We exist because we've spent over 20 years living inside this sport, breaking it." The problem is I copied this, and I don't think I copied it very well. Breaking it, rebuilding it, and refusing to follow trends. No gimmicks, no noise, no permission. This year we stop playing nice. This is a result of a long process built with intent, shaped by obsession, and driven by the same hunger that keeps us coming back to the field. If you get it, you already are one of us. If you don't, we didn't. If you don't, we aren't made for you. Fuck off. Kill your demons. Yep. John Brinkman, CEO of Contract Killer, is purchasing MacDev. It's kind of a surprise move. And then, I'm reading something else. Then somewhere else, I thought that in this press statement, it said somewhere about them becoming partners or something like that, which also was a little bit confusing because, if you buy it. Yeah, right there. It says this partnership gives MacDev the boost that was missing. And we are now truly ready to take the next step into the world of paintball. It's like an odd. Yep. So MacDev have been purchased by John Brinkman, owner. I didn't want to do that. Owner of the Hurricanes. And I don't know. Who knows? MacDev. I don't know. MacDev, for maybe since 2007, I feel like that was probably their best year. And I don't know. MacDev, to me, have been kind of irrelevant. It also says in this press conference or this press release that they want to be like the benchmark for high-end guns, which I would like to see. We could definitely use a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more competition, we'll say. For a very long time, Planet Eclipse have been the best company. We have certainly seen Dye release some guns over the last 6 or 7 years that have been competitive. The Luxes have still kind of hung in there a bit, but it certainly would be nice to see another company try and take on Planet Eclipse so we can just get a little bit more competition within that, high-end gun space. Because, competition's also good. This is also crazy. This came out, we actually got official word of this today. I didn't see, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I was going to say that I've gotten word that Dye is going to release or re-release the Dye i3 Pro, a mask that, you can see right here, was released quite some time ago. Dye's been uploading all these old videos recently, and I guess the whole purpose of re-releasing all those videos and just, releasing all this old stuff was just to kind of show off the i3 Pro. The i3 Pro was pretty popular at the time. I want to say 2006-ish, 5. No, probably not 5. Maybe. 2005, I'm trying to think back. 2005, somewhere in there. 5, 6, 7, it was very popular. And then just kind of went away. Dye released the Envision 4, the i4, and they just kind of got more popular. And I think kind of in a move that JT maybe helped kick off with releasing, maybe not re-releasing, but JT's got this whole nostalgia old thing going. So Dye may be seeing that and wanting to try and take advantage of that, are just going to re-release the i4, or i3 Pro, sorry. They actually posted today that it's going to be available on the 22nd. So only in a few days here, it looks like Thursday, they will actually, I don't know, have these things to sell and start shipping them. The one thing I thought was kind of funny, though, is they've kind of done it before, though. So this is the i3 Pro. I assume it will look very similar to this. But they also had the Dye Axis Pro somewhat recently. They discontinued this a few years ago, but you can see the i3 right there. i3 Pro, Axis Pro, they're not, entirely that much different. So I don't know. I was like, they're still not making the Axis. I found that out the other day. They're not making the Axis Pro. They're just going to start making the i3 Pro again, I guess. Should be popular with a select group of people, I think Brandon Short was probably the guy who made the i3 Pro popular. We can see Mike Paxson on the screen right there. I want to stop right there. Look at little Alex Goldman. That's little Alex Goldman. Look at how little he is. Look at him. Alex Goldman right there. Probably like 17 or 18 or something like that. That's kind of funny. But we have Brandon Short. Brandon Short right there. Always had that yellow goggle frame. And I would say probably helped popularize the sweet ag style of the day. And helped popularize that yellow frame. i3 Pro coming back. Yeah. Let's give the live stream a like. If anyone's here, give that live stream a like. Chris, Mark, what's going on? Corey? Mark, I thought you were like Field 1 or making a cocker or a pump. I was like, no, I don't know. I'd like to see them release that MVP 2 they said they were releasing like 10 years ago. Let's read Forrest's comment really quick. He says, at the Tampa event this year, I'm wondering about the paint bouncing out into the stands or being shot high into the stands. Or is there going to be netting across the top of the field? I don't know. That's a good point. Will Ball for Soup had... Yeah, we'll talk about that too a little bit. I'll mention something. I don't know. I didn't even think about it. That's a very good point. Historically, when we've been in these inside places, I saw yesterday a picture of the MPPL. I think it was like 2009 or I don't remember the year. But they were inside, and I don't remember where it was inside at, though. But historically, yeah, the net, they put a net over the top of the field. I don't know. That's a good point. I mean, I know you got to think it's going to be the pro players at least, so you're not going to get a lot of them just shooting in the air wildly. But, for sure, it's ramping off Doritos and bouncing off all kinds of shit, so... I'm sure they've thought about that. Let's hope so. Will Ball for Soup had beef with the Dye i3 last week about the leak on the new i3 mask. I actually didn't know he said anything until today when I was looking up i3 stuff. I saw that he mentioned it. I heard from other people this last week. He might have been where they heard from it too. But that's one of the reasons I don't like talking about or like releasing stuff if it's not like all over the place. You're not going to probably hear me talk about like stuff that I know about that I'm not supposed to talk about or like, just because I don't know. I've never wanted to like piss people off. And that's also a reason I don't really want to know because I can't talk about it or say anything. So typically I'll just not even mention that stuff. So. Okay, we're going to talk about the Ironmen. Then we're going to talk about a challenge thing that I wanted to talk about. It says here we had a rule book investigation, and we'll talk about it. Let's talk about the Ironmen really fast, and then we'll talk about that. The Los Angeles Ironmen have added 2 new players to their roster. In Alex Rizzardi, which we haven't seen in a long time. I was kind of confused looking up him today. Caleb Abel. I'm not in the right window. Caleb Abel, we have definitely seen before. And we can see all their information right there. We have Caleb Abel, who's been playing in the Pro Division consistently for a while. Kind of, I don't know. These teams are switching so much that I can't keep track of. I feel that like there's 4 teams on there, but he's been on 1, right? Like Aftershock was different a long time ago. But then Boom and NRG and Revo and then Tauntaun's Arsenal, are they all the same team? I don't know. I lose track. I don't know. Who knows? And then, I don't know. I get so confused by these teams like switching way the fuck too much. It's gotten so confusing. But, there we have Caleb Abel going to the Ironmen. The Ironmen have a whole crazy roster mix-up. I thought it was weird how Alex Rizzardi, I was looking for stuff on him, and I couldn't figure out like what he's been doing the last few years. Certainly remember him with Extreme, going over to Impact, playing with Impact in the US and over in Europe, and then kind of dropped off. This is one of the problems with PB leagues as well, is that you just can't see people's information. If you didn't play pro, I don't know what you're doing. It just makes it difficult. I wish there was a way to actually see everybody's player information, because it's possible he was playing semi-pro and doing all kinds of stuff, but he can't really look at his ID to find out. The Ironmen had some guys. The Ironmen roster is right there, and we kind of know what some of these guys are doing, right? We know Frank Antetomaso's leaving. Frank Antetomaso is going to the Collision. We have Tom Guest going back to X Factor. And I'm pretty sure Zach Geiger, previously on Infamous, is going to Infamous. I believe Kyle Nicolau is going to play for Aftershock, maybe. I'm not sure. I want to say Henry Stentz is retiring, but I'm not 100% sure. So the Ironmen have a whole crazy roster shakeup. I don't know what Pat Kraft is doing either. But the Ironmen adding Caleb Abel and Alex Rizzardi, both 2 very good, capable players. So I don't know if they can replace... I don't know. I was going to say, I think that Tom Guest is probably better than both those guys, but Caleb Abel is very good. So that's probably a good addition to the Ironman roster. Who is Nick Sloviak playing for? I don't know. Nick was here. Where'd he go? He's probably gone. I saw him here a second. He was the first comment. Something about spam voting. Give the live stream a like. That's what I'm saying. Who cares about this voting shit? The longer I can go without winning anything, the better it is, I think. Just like the live stream. That's what I want you to do. Give the live stream a like. Maybe if you see a video, leave a comment and a like. Just whatever. It really does. I mean, I don't know. It really does help, or I wouldn't say that. Okay, so the last live stream we talked about. What did we talk about the last live stream? We talked about a rules thing. We talked about the over the bounds. That's what I was going to say. We talked about going out of bounds. And I don't know. We never came to a conclusion. I still think that, if you step on the line, you're out of bounds. If you just fucking barely nick the line, I think you're out of bounds. Done. Talked about 5 pods. This time, I was looking a lot today. I really wanted the NXL to implement a challenge rule somehow, like NBA or football. You got a challenge thing, and you can toss the challenge flag, and you can get them to review a play for you. And I really want the NXL to do that. They do currently have like a review system, and the review system can essentially, it works really well. And I don't really know if we need to do challenges or if it makes any sense. After like investigating and doing a lot of stuff, like I kind of want there to be a challenge, but I don't know. I'm not sure. These are kind of the details that I think that if there was a challenge we could do. I don't know why. Look at how it says 1 challenge per match, and then I put 2 challenges max per match. So I don't know what the hell I'm talking about there. So what I want to do is you start off, okay, I get that. That makes sense. Okay. You get 1 challenge, right? You get 1 challenge to start with, and, say whatever happens, say a guy like hits the buzzer with like a dirty hit, and you're like, wait a minute. And they don't call him out or whatever. You can like throw your towel in the air to rule a challenge, or maybe hit a buzzer. I think that would be kind of cool. If there were like 2 different buzzers, you could have like the concede one and then like the challenge buzzer. Maybe we should separate those a lot so you don't actually press them. If you win the challenge, you get to keep it, and you get 1 more no matter what. If you lose the second one, or if you win the second challenge, that's all. So you get a maximum of 2, but you only get that 1 first attempt. Like if you get 1 attempt and you fail, just like basketball, football, if you get that first challenge, if you challenge and you lose, you'll lose your challenge. You could also make it so like that right there. It says to start a challenge, the team must have at least 1 timeout remaining. If that challenge is lost, the team loses that timeout. So we could also do, that like where you have to actually really be sure. So we're not going to get teams just randomly challenging stuff because you're going to burn that timeout. Maybe if it's got, you can get 5 seconds left, you could challenge or something like that randomly. But one of the things is like, what can we challenge? And it's so hard to challenge stuff, right? Because of the nature of paintball, there's no stopping the game, right? Like you can't have like a 3-on-2 or whatever. And your coach sees you shoot a guy and then he's like, challenge, they didn't pull him out. You're like, well, we can't like stop the match and like go check to see if that guy was hit or not. So it's very difficult because all these calls are made in real time and they have to be like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. They have to be like called in real time, and then like the penalties have to be like assessed or whatever in that time. You can't like, go back. It's not like basketball where like, there's constantly breaks and timeouts in the middle of a game, where we obviously have breaks in games after the point's over, but I guess we could make it start affecting the next point, but then it starts to get weird. So there's not a lot of stuff you can really challenge, right? The only stuff that we could kind of challenge is the current stuff that's being reviewed. So right now in the NXL, they like automatically review stuff without anyone saying anything. So much like the NFL does, the NFL will, automatically, without anyone saying, there's guys up in the booth watching. So if there's, an out of bounds play, they go back and look to make sure. If there scores a touchdown, they automatically will go back and make sure. If the ball placement is wrong, they'll just go back and tell the referee, hey, you got to move the ball back. You called that one wrong. And that's kind of what the NXL is doing right now, right? They're already doing that. If there's a buzzer hit, the NXL automatically will go back and review it. If there's a swing point, you'll go back and review it. And the swing points kind of are a lot of things, right? The swing points are a dirty hang. If you don't have enough players on the field, that's also a swing point. So say if you come out with only 1 player alive, I'm pretty sure the rules state you have to have at least 2 guys or it's a penalty. If you have a gross or major penalty with 0 players left, so if you're the last guy and you get a gross major, it's a swing point, the other team gets a point. If you have a penalty with 60 seconds left, swing point. If there aren't enough players, not enough players rule. I think I already wrote that one. If you get a rate of fire infraction, so you're shooting 20 balls a second, that's also like a swing point. So there's a lot of things that can be looked at, but they're kind of all like after the game has finished. So many of the things that, like I said, that you would challenge are kind of already reviewed. So I don't know if the challenge is necessarily that important. Obviously, there's times when they can still miss those, right? I mean, like I said, the NFL, they have that guy up in the tower or back in the New York facility where they're watching all the screens. And, you know, even they miss stuff, and then the coaches have to challenge, and sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But I think just instituting or like having a challenge thing just could be kind of interesting, really. It's probably not going to like dramatically change paintball or the way we're watching it, but it'd just be kind of cool. I really thought I wanted this, but now I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it would really make that big of a difference or not. Cole, how's it going? What's everyone talking about? How about just better refs? Yeah, sure. I mean, that's, you know, I don't know, whatever. People miss calls all the time. Nick, we talked about the goggles. Verbal, I don't think they have the best refs out there. It is wild how quickly the quality goes down as you go down in divisions, for sure. For sure. Yeah, that's also something too. Challenges I only think would be able to happen at the pro division, obviously. You know, we don't have like instant replay in D4 and stuff like that, so... Yeah, Chris, it would certainly have to be in between points. That's what's weird about it, because you can't like stop the game, you know, so... I don't know. Who knows? That's my challenge stuff. Should we do challenges? I don't know. I don't know if it's that big of a deal. I was thinking, I don't know. Yeah, we talked about the i3 very briefly. It's not, you know, it's not crazy. They're releasing a new mask. They're re-releasing an old mask, that's all. It's going to come out in 3 days. Thursday, according to Paintball themselves. Apparently, Verbal says, apparently some of the competitive airsoft matches take forever due to looking at replays. That's also what I thought about. So one of the good things, like, I would probably institute... That's one of the things that, like... I mean, I don't know. For a long time, I just didn't know the rules, too. I was like, why are they just... How are they just randomly, like, reviewing stuff? And that's what the NXL seemed like, but it's definitely not like that. They have a list of things that, like, they can review. And it's pretty much just swing points and dirty hangs and, like... that's about all. They don't retroactively go back to see if players are shot. Unless they're hanging the flag and stuff. Because it's weird, you know? Like, say, like... I don't know what you do. So say, like, it's a 3-on-2 or whatever, and Team A has 2 players and Team B has 3 players, and one of the guys on Team B goes and runs down the field and shoots both the guys, and then another player hits the buzzer, but then Team A's coach throws the challenge flag and was like, hey, that guy that ran down my 2 guys got shot by the last player. So the last player should have shot him and then made it a 1-on-2. But how in the hell do you go back and, like, fix that problem? Like, okay, so Team B won the point, but the challenge indicated that the guy that shot the last guy was shot before he shot him. I don't... Like, I guess you could go to the next point and say it's like, now they get a... It's like a... You gotta play like a 5-on-3 now to start the next point? Or do you, like, just negate that entire point? And is it a no point? But then like, I'm like, if I'm the team that like wanted that challenged, I'd be like, but it was a 1-on-2. We don't know if my one guy could have shot both of those guys or not. It's like, I really don't know. Different penalties with the difference being altering or not. I know, but it's like, how do we know which is which? How do we know? Oh, I sort of semi. How do we know? I don't know. How do you know which is game altering? And you know, if you shoot a guy, it's game altering, right? It's like kind of you do anything. I don't know. I think we're at the age where there is a camera everywhere, but who's going to pay the responsible guy or honest guy? I could be alone, but I think recently paintball as a whole is growing slowly. I could be, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if we know paintball's growing. I think the only way, I've always talked about that. My answer has always been, if you want to ask if paintball's growing, the only people that are going to be able to tell you is the paint companies. You know, like how much paint are we selling as an industry? I mean, that's the answer right there. You know, just go around and ask all the paint companies if they're selling paint or not. One thing I want to talk about, we're going to talk about split deck. Somebody wanted me to talk about split deck, and we're going to put a poll in here too. We're going to put a poll. Split deck? We're going to go with split deck for pro. Not for like everything. We're going to put a yes and a no answer. So should the pro division use split deck, or do you like split deck, or whatever? Yes or no? Like split deck? No, I don't like split deck. We should keep using split deck. No, yes, whatever, you know. So the whole reason behind split deck, if you're not 100% familiar with what it is, we'll let that poll go, and we'll come back to it. Oh, you can't really see it in the live stream, but it's all freaking cut off. If you're not familiar with what split deck is, the X-Ball format originally, oh man, can we see it? Yeah, but it's all like wonky, huh? The chat's just really long. Originally, you know, X-Ball was just like any other sport. You just have two teams. You know, you don't have 4 teams playing basketball. You have 2 teams. Again, team A and team B. And, you know, you play a point, you take 2 minutes, you play another one, you 2 minutes, and, you know, you just keep going until time runs out. And split deck was created to save time because it just doesn't take as long, right? I mean, there's so many teams. At one point, I don't know how many pro teams there were, maybe like 8. I mean, literally, when the PSP started Pro X-Ball, there were like 8 pro teams playing X-Ball. Kind of because, like, you know, the NXL, the original NXL was a thing. So there were so few teams, it really didn't matter, right? They were like, well, let's play 20-minute halves. And we were playing 40-minute halves without any breaks. It was like crazy. You could play 25 points in one match. It was nuts. So it didn't really matter because there weren't as many teams and time saving wasn't really a problem. But now we're at 20 teams. And it's just taken so long to get these days over with. They devised the split deck to try to save a little time. So now instead of there's 2 minutes in between points, there's 1 minute in between points because you just have, you know, the other teams go and, you know. So, but really the whole reason was to just save time. And I think that seems like the only thing it was good at. I feel like split deck, or the only thing it is good at, is saving time. One of the things that I thought was kind of cool, though, to start with split deck when we started that was that it was cool that, like, you know, you got action all the time. There was no break. It was like, you know, a match in or a point ends and, you know, 60 seconds later, another one starts. So it was like constant. But, you know, thinking about it, it's like, it was only 2 minutes in between points before. It's not like it was like crazy. It's only a minute less, you know, you got to wait a minute longer. So it's not super crazy. But to me, there's a lot of stuff that like we have problems with split deck, right? I think about the main two issues. There's also some other good things too, right? Like I think that it provides more breathing room for the teams so that like, you know, you don't get those 2-minute points. Points aren't back to back to back. So imagine you're like Alex Goldman or you're like Keith Brown or somebody who's playing every goddamn point, pretty much. Mouse probably plays more than Keith. Actually, I don't know now. They're both on the same team. They've been on the same team. That's the best. Is that the best Snake side? Hugo and Axel are pretty goddamn good though. So I mean, jeez. Anyway, you know, they're going to the Snake every time, and the old X-Ball format was exhausting. That's why you had like 20 guys on a roster. So it provides a little bit extra breathing room because sometimes, you know, you get 5 minutes in between points. You know, it's much better than that 2 minutes. So it allows more time to rest. It allows more time to game plan. You can kind of get ready for that next point a little easier rather than before it was like, oh, get paint. Oh, fucking fill my air. All right. And you had to like go back on the field. There was no like any time at all. It was just like nonstop. So it does provide a little bit of additional like breathing room and like planning, you know, stuff like that for the teams. But it's difficult to watch, right? It's just more difficult to watch. You know, you think about like, you know, last night watching football, you know, they go to overtime, and imagine the overtime is like, you know, 2 minutes of overtime. Then you go to another game. You're like, what the fuck? Why are we watching the Chiefs and the Eagles play now, or like some random team, you know? So it's difficult. It doesn't allow that like consistent story where you can, as an announcer, be able to tell people what's actually happening. Because now one of the problems we have is, you know, the point ends, you know, crazy. Oh my God, Paintball Fit just came back. It's 3-3 with 30 seconds left. Oh, the other match real fast. X Factor and Dynasty are playing. And you have to like ignore the chaos and ignore the excitement of that other match. And now we have to bring ourselves over to this other match that's got like nothing to do with it. And it's like, it's difficult to like weave and like tell that story about the match. And like, it's difficult for the announcers and it's difficult for me watching because I'm like, oh, that, you know, that Paintball Fit tied the match up, but that was like 8 minutes ago. What the hell just happened? Like what? I don't care anymore. You know, it's been like 10 minutes and we've been watching this other match and like, it just loses that momentum and some of that exciting stuff that happens. One of the problems I have too is that like it's that same thing with only having a minute in between points, is that it's difficult. There's no like analysis time. So like when Maddie, Mike Jeffrey, or whoever's announcing, it doesn't give them any time. You know, like I was just saying, that, you know, oh, you know, Paintball Fit just came back. Oh, wait, what? Dynasty's breaking out on the left side and X Factor's on the other side. You know, there's no like time to actually say what's happening. So from a logistics standpoint, split deck's probably, you know, great, but I don't know. From like me, Brad Johnson, watching it, I don't like it. And you guys are kind of on the fence here. We have 66% of you, I guess it's kind of not on the fence, 66%, that's like 30 people voted. Give me a vote on the chat right now. If you're in this thing, I know there's more than 33 of you watching. Give me a vote. Do you like split deck? No split deck? Yes, split deck? Split deck? No split deck? We have yes at 33%. The votes are increasing. Yes, we like split deck at 34, 35%. No, 67. Yeah, and I think that for me also, I've noticed that over on Major League Paintball's YouTube channel, they've also kind of got rid of split deck for all the uploads too. They're like, you know, cutting out the matches and making 2 separate videos from that one set. Which it's just easier to watch. You know, you just turn it on and X Factor and Dynasty are playing, not X Factor, Dynasty, Heat, and Red Legion, whatever. You know, you're like, I want to watch the Dynasty match. I don't want to watch fucking NRG and fucking whoever play. NRG aren't even a team anymore. This is part of the problem too. There are so many new teams. Here are all your 2025 NXL teams. NRG is definitely not on there. You know, I don't want to watch like I don't know. I don't want to watch Aftermath and Leverage play when I'm trying to watch Paintball, Fit, and Impact, you know? Yeah. Split Deck. So we have a 68% say they don't like Split Deck. Don't just agree with me, though. I think most fucking agree with me. Totally disagree with me. 33, we got 48 people voted. Yes, they like Split Deck 32, 68 with the no. I'm just going to end it. 41 votes. I say 48. I don't know why. No one likes Split Deck. Split Deck has held back the game more than they even know. I know the solution, Verbal. Fuck Split Deck. Get rid of the teams. Make 18 pro teams. Screw these 20 pro teams. You know, something I've been like hardcore on for like years now is like, I really think that like, you know, when we've talked, I think about the NFL and like real other pro sports and like NBA players, you know, they're just entertainers. Like they're fully just entertainers. They're not like anything else other than an entertainer. They kind of aren't any different than like Hugh Jackman. You know, Hugh Jackman's on Broadway right now doing something, I think. You know, Broadway plays and stuff. They're no different than just like an actor at a play or like, you know, they're literally just entertainers. The only reason their job exists is solely entertainment. I mean, now maybe gambling, but it's just all entertainment. So I think the pro division should just go fucking crazy in a way, you know, like, I don't know. Just do crazy shit. Like, who cares? Let's make the guns full auto uncapped for a tournament. And the next tournament, let's make it like, I don't know, just do crazy rules every time. Let's just do weird shit. Like, I don't know. I think that we should try stuff and do weird things in the pro division. And realize that, I don't know, paintball does have a little bit, I think the pro division is a little bit different, obviously, than the NFL and stuff, because we do have to kind of, I don't know, it's not just entertainment, it has to look fun in a way, so that like people want to play paintball too. It can't just be like fucking chaos and insane. So people, it has to be like enjoyable and stuff to watch. It can't just be gnarly, but I do think that the NXL is like the pro division is entertainment only, so we should do crazy ass shit. Just get rid of Split Deck. 18 teams. Sorry. 18 teams. Sorry, NYX and whoever you are. I don't know what was going off on that. Like, I think pro is entertainment. I don't know what I was trying to say, but yeah. I just think that like all the pro athletes kind of think they're like, you know, something different. And it's like, you guys are just fucking entertainers. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be an entertainer professional. You know, I kind of am. I'd love to be a professional and physical athlete entertainer. I'm jealous. I'm not like, you know, saying it's bad. Yeah, it's like, you know, we always wonder about these rule changes, and it's like, oh, should we go to limited paint? Should we not go to limited paint? Should we change the field dimensions? Should we add more bunkers? Should we take out bunkers? Just do it. Who fucking cares? Just do it. Like, I don't know what those changes are. I mean, I think that we got to remove half the bunkers from the field. We keep having this debate on like, oh, is it going to change anything? I don't know if removing the bunkers would do anything. Let's find out. Just do it. For Tampa, just remove half the bunkers. You know, the divisional field's fine. They get all the bunkers. The pro field, half the bunkers are removed. You know, get rid of half the snake beams. Get rid of half those big wedges. You know, get rid of half the Doritos. Just make it open. Why not? You know, like, it doesn't have to be like, stay like that forever. And we're also not saying the divisional teams have to do it. I get if we're trying to like change the divisional teams and change everything they're doing. It's like a different thing. But the pro division, those teams are going to play no matter what. You know, those 20 teams are going to be there. If you double the field dimensions and take half the bunkers out, they're still going to play, you know? So if it sucked, all right, let's not do it again next time. But I also see that like people really like the consistency of paintball as well, how it does, maybe they don't want it to change because they want it to be like, you know, the same every year, kind of like basketball's the same. We can look back 50 years and, you know, basketball's still basketball. You know, the game's a little different, but it's, you know, it's not like the hoop's bigger or anything crazy. Well, I don't think that matters. Who cares? Why do we gotta keep thinking we're the NFL? I think we should just do crazy shit every time. Make it interesting. You know, look at other sports, like, you know, skateboarding or like mountain biking. They don't have the same like course every time. Kind of doing mountain biking a little. That's all. I just would love to see like craziness every tournament. Like, I really look forward to like the weird stuff. Like, I'm really looking forward to see how limited paint goes, right? I always look forward to when there's new bunkers and like just how things play out, because it makes it just more intriguing because there's more interest. It's not just another start of the year. Curtis, I would like blind layouts. I'm good with blind layouts. I don't think that a lot of the teams would probably be against that either. I know that some of them probably would, but then some of them probably wouldn't care at all. You gotta let them practice though, but maybe practice the layout for sure. Yeah, just do weird ass shit. You know, it's like I really liked the like how F1, they were doing those sprint races. And the NXL is doing that with 3-man too. You know, 3-man's weird. It's one of those weird things that I would say that's a weird experiment. And I like it. You know, I love that stuff. Tom Cole and the NXL, they really have been doing a stellar job these last few years too. So anytime I say anything, it's just trying to riff and kill time on a live stream. Really, you know, it's not like I don't know. Paintball is unique because the fields change all the time. I love it. Baseball doesn't change where the plates are. I'm with you. It's changing anyway. All right, Chris. I mean, the layouts change every time. Why don't we change the field dimensions? I want to do that. I want the fields to change size. That's what I would like. I want to see the NXL start possibly renting stadiums. It's fucking... I don't know if you can just rent a stadium. I mean, they're trying it. You know, they're doing it at, whatchamacallit, the Tampa Bay one or whatever. John, give the live stream a like. You know what else you can do? Maybe if you're a fan of this YouTube channel... Oh, that's not what I meant to hit, actually. That's not... Oh, damn it. That's also what I didn't mean to hit. Having all kinds of problems. That's the one I meant to hit. The paintball ruined my life story. You know, look at all these barrel covers. Look at all these barrel covers on there. They're $7. You can follow that link right there. There's a link in the description as well. They're $7 each. $7 each. There's a 15-pack on there. Barrel covers. You need a barrel cover. Everyone needs a barrel cover. Which is my favorite barrel cover? I like the death one with the coffin on the back. I also like the Explorer one. I like that like topographical one. I mean, none of them are bad. I also really like this hologram one, but it doesn't really like look as good as I thought it was going to. Paintball ruined my life store. Check a link in the description. Oh, Mike, shit. Dude, I've been so busy. I saw your email today again. I gotcha. Fucking, man, I put out a request last live stream for an assistant, you know, kind of some help with some stuff and just replying to emails. I'm not the best at emails, and I always want everything to be perfect, and it takes me like an hour to reply to an email. It also takes me forever to reply to text messages because I always want everything to be like, oh, I gotta fucking make it sound right. Anyway. Make a hot anime girl barrel cover and I'll buy one. Yeah, I don't have any of those. I might, you know, you never know. Like the old Smart Parts. We should like remake the Smart Parts barrel covers. That's what we should do. That's what we really should do. What else we could talk about? How many of you would be interested? This is like a real goddamn question. So answer this. Podcast audio? Yes or no? I am thinking about making this into a podcast. It's really pretty simple. See, why did it show up so good that time? I'm thinking about just taking the audio. There it goes. I'm thinking about taking the audio from this and turning it into a podcast. It would be the exact same thing. It'd just be the audio. So if for some strange reason you'd be interested in just having the audio of this, let me know. I mean, you're watching this right now. So maybe you wouldn't be interested in the audio because you're currently watching the live stream. I gotta like, whoa, that's not what we wanted to do. I'm trying to resize this thing. I don't know why it says only yes. Yeah. Yes, it would literally be just repurposed. I guess I'll do it and see how it goes. There's 65% of you saying yes. This has been kind of a visual experience the whole time, so I've never done it. You know, I'm always like showing stuff and talking to the chat and doing things, so I'll do it. Okay. All right. You can probably find it right now if you really want to. You can go paintball. What happens if I go like this? Pods. Bang. That's what it's going to look like. This is just the last one. I did a little tester situation. Okay, I'll do it fine. You could download it here, obviously, but I'm going to put on like iTunes and, you know, whatever. It'll be everywhere. All right, why not? Where would it publish? Yeah, everywhere. It'll be on iTunes and, you know, whatever. Everywhere you can get your whatever. Or you can just be old school and you could just get the RSS feed right here. This is what I would do. Dude, I wish people still used RSS feeds, but, you know, it's not really a thing anymore. Yeah. It'll be everywhere. We'll see. BFP gear. I was looking at these freaking masks. Dude, I really like these freaking green ones. It really looks really, really cool in person. Speaking of green. Speaking of green, podcast. I guess I'll do podcast audio. You guys are crazy about podcast audio. How many of you would actually listen to it, though? I mean, we're all watching. You're all watching it right now, so. It's a time thing for me. I listen to most of the stuff at work. Cool. It's pretty rare that I'm home to watch your show. And in the evenings, I'm pretty busy with family stuff overall, for sure, 100%. That's why I was like, it's weird asking the live stream if they'd want the audio, though, because, you know, most of you're all here. For sure. I mean, I'm not. There's very few things. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of shit that I watch because I got a lot of free time. But I totally understand that for sure. And it's kind of a weird time, you know. Well, I don't know. It's a bad and good time for it. Audio, okay. We'll try out there. What's Doc saying? Maybe just have to throw in a random reminder throughout the live saying it's also a podcast. I know. I will do that for now. For in the future, it's going to go along with all my other fucking ads. I got all these little Dilio dudes. I like to try and, you know, pawn off. Like memberships. You can become a member on here. I know a lot of people have YouTube Premium. If you have YouTube Premium, you can just like play it in the background too. You can like turn your phone off and it'll keep playing this in the background too. So we'll try it. Okay, we got more people wanting me to do audio than don't like split deck, so that's something. Podcast audio. Think about becoming a channel member. All you channel members. I totally just remembered something. I meant to do a giveaway. Okay, we'll do a giveaway. I got this Hormesis headband. Totally can't see it at all. Look at how cool it looks. It's just a little too bright. It's in there. The Hormesis DV Bleed Green series. Made in Indonesia. Conceived in California. Not designed. Conceived. So this will be for all channel members. If you're a channel member, you're going to get yourself a chance to win. Let's get rid of that and go back again. A chance to win this thing. I don't know if this is fully set up or not. Bang! Bang. So the way this works is I'll just spin it one time. I will get your name from this list and I will make a post here on YouTube in the community tab. And you will have to post your email address as a reply to that. I will get a hold of you and mail you off. I meant to open it. I don't know why I didn't open it. This is a beautiful one. This is a really nice one. I don't know what to call all these colors, but that's a good one. I mean, they're all good. Oh, this is the freaking Iron Kids one. We'll open it a little bit. The Hormesis backwards. Look at that tag, that was cool. Dynasty. A dynasty. Man, I gotta admit, the Hormesis shit's pretty cool. I feel like this is like a little weird shaped though. No, it's not. I really like it. The Dalton Vanderbilt. There we go. Dalton. Okay, we'll go back in its closure. Yeah, I just like the fabrics and how the way these things feel and like the stuff they're made out of. They're just cool. Okay. I'll put in we'll also throw in some Paintball Ruined My Life barrel covers too. So whoever wins said headband will also get some Paintball Ruined My Life barrel covers. Okay, whoop, that's not what I meant to hit. Media. Okay, whoever is on this first is gonna win themselves. I gotta interact with it. Interact. It's gonna win themselves the Hormesis DV Dalton Vanderbilt Bleed Green series. Interesting, Bleed Green. You think it'd be bleed blue for Dynasty. Okay, we're spinning it. Whoever gets the win. There's actually a couple people on here that you're not going to win, and I will respin it. A D Holland, you're a person that can win. And yep, in the YouTube community area tomorrow, I will post your name, and we're going to try to find a contact email address from you so I can ship this to you. I don't know why I'm smelling it. We're not going to throw it over there. I don't want to mess the box up. We'll put it right there. We're going to go with Derek. I don't know. Mr. D's Nuts. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. Congratulations on a Hormesis headband win. Now I'm going to reshape this chat again because I don't like it. We're going to reshape it. Bang. I guess we're doing podcast audio. It's not too hard. There's just so many things I got to do. I wish I had a clone. If you're like 18 and you want to work for free and you live in Sacramento, hit me up. What am I going to do Saturday? You know, Saturday, the 24th, I will be at Capitol Edge Paintball Park here in Sacramento, California for the HK Army Glow Ball event. Glow Ball is going to take place 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. You know, normally I'm in bed by 9, so we might have to take a nap that day. So it's kind of late. I don't know. I'm interested. I don't know. We'll see what it's like. I'm going to play with the EMEC. I might ask to borrow like an electric gun from somebody because you have to buy a whole case of paint. It's $75, which isn't bad. Comes with a case of paint and entry and air and all that stuff. So $75 to play for that 5 hours with paint. I mean, that's not that bad. It's actually really good. I mean, that's kind of like the price it is just to play normally. So kind of excited. Just interested, really. I mean, I've never seen it in person, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but this will be the first time I've seen Glow Ball. Yeah, I just want to try to borrow an electric gun, I think, because it's, I don't know, I only got the EMEC, and then, you know, I got a case, I'm going to have to buy a case of paint. I'm not going to shoot a case with the EMEC, so I got to try to get an electric gun so I can, like, shoot more or whatever. I got to try to find some neon clothes. I think it's a little bit more fun to have oh, that's right. I'm going to wear this jacket. I do have a neon. I don't know if I'm going to wear this to play in, though. I probably will not wear this to play in, but I will wear this to do something. I'll probably take some, like, photos. We'll do, like, a photo shoot or something, and I'll wear this. But I won't play in this because I don't want to ruin it. I actually like this. But I think it'd be kind of, this is like perfect for pictures on the whatever field. Let's try to simulate it actually. Do I have a black light? I don't have a black light. I'm just trying to change this freaking light and make it like black lightish. What do I do it? I'm like changing the like, there we go. I want to have I wish I had a black light. I want to get a black light with like, I want to get a black light with, I want to turn this light off, see what it's like. Yeah, I should get a black light. Ooh, that's cool. I want to get a blacklight with like a bunch of cool posters, like a bunch of blacklight posters. Who had a bunch of blacklight posters when they were a kid? And like a blacklight? Chris, spare LV2. I know a lot of people are gonna have guns. I didn't even think about asking anyone. I was like, I just might show up and be like, hey, can I borrow that? Whatever. Yeah, I'll for sure take video and stuff. I want to have like lots of video to like show you guys what it looks like and stuff like that. So, I'll for sure have video. I want to take my cameras and stuff. I'll probably take all my like GoPros and stuff, and I'll probably try to wear a GoPro. I'll probably try to like, you know, wear my cameras and stuff like that, but I don't know how well it's going to show up, you know? I'm not really sure. We'll see. It's on the airball field, which I don't know. I'm not too keen on airball. I'd rather play like hyperball or whatever, but it is on the airball field. I kind of want to play hyperball just because I don't want to hurt myself. Like, I don't know. I'm all scared about hurting myself. It does definitely look fun. That's for sure. We're going back to red. Eventually. Red. Okay, that's better. Yeah, glow ball does look pretty cool. We'll see. We'll get there. I saw this the other day. This was kind of cool. This has nothing to do with paintball, but it's local to me. And it's just kind of cool. This is Safety Town. You guys probably have some of this near you too. These like little miniature buildings that are for like, you know, teaching kids stuff and whatever. You can like learn how to cross the road correctly and how to not die when a car hits. It's ultimately how to avoid cars and how to like not get killed by vehicles. Which, you know, it'd kind of make more sense if we didn't allow the vehicles places to kill us, but you know. This is kind of cool. It'd just be really fun to actually play paintball here. They got this like laser tag whole thing set up. I went there when I was a kid. I went to this place when I was probably like 3 or 4 years old. Safety Town! You can see the state capitol right there. It was just neat. Airsoft. Not airsoft, laser tag. I don't know what they're doing though. I think they're tearing the place down and they're allowing them to like use it just for a little bit. It is interesting. We'll talk about this. Zeroed Media. I watched some of this earlier. The Paintball Combine. He just did a great job kind of showing what the Combine's like. There's coaches and stuff talking and showing what it's like. There's some gameplay talking about the different groups and stuff. There we go. So if you want to, I don't know, see what the Combine's like. It's pretty cool. It's talking about different drills they do and look at all that. It's really pretty good. There's a link below to see Paintball Combine by Zeroed Media. I'm subscribed on my other channel. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. You know, I'm not the guy who's going to watch other people's YouTube videos that much, so it's not the, I'm not doing all that much. Another thing. Wish you were young still. Go play paintball. We can play at any age. Chris, have you seen the new Lux Air shooting video? Seems like a sick marker. I have seen people shooting it, and I don't know, you know, it's just a paintball gun shooting to me. Yep. That's about it. I do keep waiting and looking for that thing. They're supposed to be shipping very soon, like in any day or in like a week or something like that. And for sure, as soon as one of those things are available, I'll have one here and we'll be like looking at it. There won't be a review on the channel, you know, but it'll definitely be taken apart during a live stream, and I'll talk about it. And we'll check it out. I mean, it's a whole different gun, so it's kind of interesting. I like it a lot. I mean, I think that the DLX guns have, I don't know, I've never really liked the Luxes. The last versions I have liked more, though. So I really liked, I didn't dislike the Idol, and I didn't dislike the TM40, and I was not really a fan of the previous Luxes. So I am really interested to see what these are like. Once I shot my Adrenal Idol, I sold my other markers. The Adrenals do shoot well, plus the Adrenals are just cool guns, you know? They're just neat. I mean, they do shoot well. The Idol does shoot well, though. It doesn't shoot bad, that's for sure. My only problem has always been that, like, you know, at that price range, it's just difficult. I mean, because we're competing against the clips, and it's like, you know, at that $1,800 or whatever the hell they are, you know, it's like I'd rather buy an Eclipse gun. They're just made better. They just really are. You like it as mechanical? Yeah, I've used it mechanical for sure. Yeah, the mechanical, like, Lux and Shocker triggers do feel really good. They are, like, really crisp, and they do feel really nice, so. The rate of fire can be a little ridiculous, too. I like mechanical. Mechanical is how I like it. Okay, so I guess we're doing, audio for the podcast, huh? You guys better listen. I mean, I better not, like... I did notice, like, let's look at the podcast app for Apple Podcasts. Browser. Podcast. Oh, let's make this window smaller a little so it fits in that screen. We good? Podcast. There's that one. So I don't know what the Paintball Ruined My Life show. Okay, we got it. It's live on here. So, damn, I don't like that. What's going on here though? Why is it like this? What is going on here? What is with this, like, text and shit? What does the spick and span one look like? One thing I did notice was that if you search paintball, like, some of this stuff doesn't come up that we listen to, right? Like, I noticed that the PTG didn't show up, and Spick and Span didn't show up on that when I typed paintball, which I thought was weird because I was just looking at the other paintball podcasts, and it just didn't come up. Here are some Behind the Bunker guys. In the pits, Center 50. So they're definitely, some of them popping up, obviously, but I don't know. I just noticed Spick and Span doesn't pop up. Maybe just because it doesn't say paintball in the title or something like that. I don't know. Shows. Go subscribe to the Paintball Ruined My Life. I don't know why it's all weird like that, though. Not a fan of this. We'll figure that out. I didn't know it was live yet either, though. Okay. You guys asked for it. Boris, you tried out for a local team and you almost died. So would I if I tried out for a local team. I mean, I've tried out and almost died when I was like 20 years old. So, you know. Yep. John, again, give the live stream a like, or you don't like paintball. Or you don't like this channel. I mean, if you don't like the channel, I wouldn't like it either, but... I also forgot to say that I have to leave exactly at 5:30 today. So we got like 15 minutes. I wanted to watch this with you guys, but I don't know, maybe we'll put it on and we'll just talk over it. This is not my video, if you can't tell. Social Paintball posted this 16 years ago, guys. This is the Ironmen playing Aftermath. Raw footage. We'll put that back there, and I'm going to turn that down. There's so much like bass and like background noise in this. I just want that to play. Yeah, I was just looking. I was looking up mask stuff earlier. Honestly, I was looking at the i3 stuff and came across this. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll watch this. Pretty cool roster. We have Billy Wing right there. We have Brandon Short with that yellow goggle frame, as always. We have Oliver Lang behind him. We have Mike Paxson right there. I don't know who 23 is, though. Is it Nikki Cuba? Just looking hella trim. That is Nikki, right? Nikki Cuba. I don't know what's with the slow-mo right here, though. Like, the audio's fine, but it's slow-mo? Using those NTs as well, right? It's not like you're not seeing the die NT that much. You never really saw the NT. No one used those things. Yeah, so this is sideline coached as well, right? Yeah, it's definitely sideline coached. You can hear that guy coaching from the sidelines. Yeah, I'm also kind of in the middle of working on possibly an Oliver Lang video. Predominantly about Oliver. I really liked those proto packs. That's funny. They sold those for a really long time. The proto, I don't know what they called those. They pretty much make the same thing right now with the dyed jetpack. It's the same thing. Oliver got shot in the booty right there. Oh, looks like Bobby was in the corner. Nope. Yeah, working on Oliver video. I don't know 100. No, I do know 100% what it's going to be about. It's you know, Oliver Lang, probably the most popular paintball player ever. Left San Diego Dynasty, his, you know, home team, his team he grew up playing for, the Homeboys. There's Marcelo Margot all the way over there. Stephen Pitts, Alex Goldman right there. I don't know who that is with the blonde hair. You can watch Alex Goldman right here playing super skinny for Aftermath before he was the Alex Goldman we all know today. Yep, Oliver video will be about him just leaving Dynasty and what kind of happened right there when they left Dynasty. Like, you know, why and what it affected and everything. So 2009, I don't know what I was doing this time. I wasn't on a team. Maybe I was writing for Pro Paintball. Probably. I mean, I did that for a little bit. Looks like Alex got shot in his noggin. Someone's getting shot. Those old NXE packs. I know someone out there is like, ooh, that NXE pack's cool. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta sign up for the Major League Paintball Plus account if you want to be able to watch Push. Push. What's also really good though is, you know, on the Major League Paintball Plus website, it's not just Push. They have like, if you sign up, they have Sunday Drivers on there and all kinds of stuff. Sunday Drivers, both Serial Killers 1 and 2. Heroes for a Day is on there. Pretty much all the good paintball stuff is on there. I mean, anything that Monkey with a Gun made like years ago. Skiing was okay. I didn't go Monday last week. We went Tuesday, and it wasn't bad. I was good. You know, kind of surprised. I picked it up again. I mean, I hadn't skied in like 20-something years. Skill-wise, I was actually fine. It wasn't bad. You know, I've skied hundreds of times, I think, and I've just not, you know, I'd skied multiple times a week when I was younger. 3 or 4 days a week sometimes. Craziness. So I'm proficient skill-wise. It's just been so long that I was kind of worried my legs would be like destroyed, and they were. I only like I don't know. Yeah, I skied, but I was so tiring. So tiring. It wasn't bad though. Did not interview Oliver for the video, although I've not even got to that point yet. I've thought about it. I'm definitely going to contact him at least and ask him some stuff. Maybe I'll just record a conversation and like include some little bits or something, because I do want to talk to him. Dude, he's getting annihilated right there. Jesus, bro. Look at him just holding on right here, hoping no one notices. Just getting fucking shot all over the place. I don't know where it's even coming from. There's Bobby. Yeah, that's what, I don't know. I don't know, I just lost train of thought. Good podcast content? I mean, I definitely would probably just upload it for channel members, honestly. I don't know, maybe I'd turn it into audio, but I'd probably just upload it for channel members, the like whole interview, really, if I did it. You know, the main reason I haven't like ever included interviews with people or fucking talk to anybody, you know, most of these videos I don't ask anybody. I don't talk to anybody about them. You know, it's just me doing it, and if it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. Mainly it's just a thing about time, you know, like it's just so inefficient to be waiting around for people to get back to me and then waiting for this interview and we got to set up this time, and like it's just about efficiency, you know, time. Because I got to sit down and there's Scott Kemp. You know, it's all about time and just trying to get these things written and finished, you know. Or it's just every video would take a year. And a lot of the time people just don't reply, so I just kind of gave up. Really, that's really what's kind of happened more than anything. Just like I tried to get a hold of Mike Bruno about the last Tauntaun video. I could not get a hold of Mike Bruno. That PB Fashion headband. Quality of this footage is really good though. This is 2009 footage. It looks really good. I don't understand the slow-mo though off the break. I don't know about that. See that Xbox right there? The box in front of the A? I used to go to that thing all the time. And I can stand up at the Xbox and shoot out both sides of the X. Cause I'm tall enough, I can like lean over super far and be like, then lean and like shoot like both sides pretty easy. The Paintball World Cup experience We're going to go off of there and get rid of this so it doesn't like keep playing. Ooh, I was watching this earlier. The 9 Club Experience. I was also watching this earlier. The Rondon on the PTG. And I was also watching this earlier. I was also watching this earlier. This is probably my favorite YouTuber. Harold Ballard. Most of the stuff I watch or listen to is comedy things, hence you can see these in the background. Okay. Okay. You don't watch videos in theater mode? Question, question. I don't even watch YouTube videos on my computer. I watch them on TV. I watch them on like the actual TV. So I watch them in TV living room mode. I mean, most of the time if I'm watching videos on a computer, it's in the background. Or I'm like looking and just doing research, you know? I'm not really like, it's for like this kind of stuff. So. God Films was great. I'm disappointed he quit doing them. Yeah, I mean, it's just difficult for the money, right? I mean, there's like, it's very difficult in paintball to make money just because it's, you know, it's one of those hobby sports where there's just, you know, it's just difficult. Like any of these things, right? Like if you're into scuba diving or, you know, fucking, I don't know, BMX or whatever. I don't know. All these little weird sports are hard to make money at. So, yeah, there's a ton of people that just come and go and it's just all money related, really, I think for the most part. You know, if people could make a living doing that, I'm sure they would. He's editing everything for Fit now, Verbal says. That makes sense because I was watching a Paintball Fit video earlier and I think I saw him. What was I watching earlier? I was watching, he made them the, oh man, Paintball Fit's like $10,000 practice or something like that. I can't type. Paintball Fit's like 10. How he's fucking goddamn peanut butter shit comes up when I type that. Man, Paintball Fit are doing a great job too. I mean, they easily have like the best social media, like YouTube stuff. Although they were doing this like Nightball thing. There's so many of these damn live streams that kept happening the other day. What was I looking for? They have like they made a video about practicing. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, so somebody's definitely running their YouTube channel, huh? I just kind of thought about it. Man, they had a video that was like about shooting 200 cases at practice or something I watched. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what the title is. The true cost of going pro. There it is. Because I think he made this for him, right? I mean, he's in the very beginning, and I think that's his voice. Right? I don't know everybody. Because I'm also working on a Paintball Fit video. I think. Well, I am working on it. I don't know if it's going to come out or not, but it's in the process. In the process. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't watch a lot of paintball stuff. I don't think that that's weird though, you know, because you got to think that like I do this all the time, and you know when it's, I don't know, it's 7 o'clock at night, I don't want to be watching paintball stuff. So it's very rare that I really even watch stuff, to tell you the truth. Like some of the podcasts and stuff I'll have on in the background, or like, you know, tune into when there's like specific guests that like maybe have some cool info that I want to hear or whatever. But I don't watch a lot of paintball stuff. I just don't. Yeah. Oh God, I forgot I have to leave. It is almost exactly 5:30 too. That was my I gotta go time. I don't know. Gentlemen? Come back next week to talk about more paintball stuff. I don't know. Well, I like to have these little segments, you know, like the rules investigation thing, or we wanted to try to look into the challenges and stuff this time. So I want to try to have like little segments. We'll try to have like, I don't know. We'll do something next time. Maybe I'll try to fix like I have like my Empire sniper over there, and my sniper doesn't work. So we've got my Empire sniper. The problem with this is though, is showing these things on stream. You know, YouTube's a little crazy about this stuff sometimes. You know, I've got the sniper. It doesn't work. I need to put the screws in the pump handle and, I don't know, just figure out what the hell's going on with it. I don't know what the hell's wrong. The trigger doesn't even move. So I don't know. So maybe we'll fix that thing. Yeah. But I like to have, like, you know, little segments. I gotta find... Just remember something. Aha! I totally forgot about this. I was looking everywhere for this the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. I think it's down there. This is fog liquid for the fog machine, because the fog machine ran out of liquid, and I was like, there's no way I poured this whole bottle in that thing, so... Yeah. What actually is this? I don't know. It doesn't even say what it is. Fog liquid. Just nothing, no ingredients at all. Okay, I get out of here. Gentlemen, make sure you give the live stream a like before you go. I appreciate it. All you gentlemen that are in here, we'll start from the bottom. Verbal, Dean. I don't know how to pronounce people's crazy names. John, whatever. Victor, Cole. I appreciate everybody coming by, and not just coming by, but like, you know, partaking in the live stream by, you know, using the chat, you know, chatting it up in the chat. Yeah, come by next time. We'll try to fix something, maybe. We'll have some sort of cool segment to do. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend. Oh yeah, we'll talk about Glow Ball, because I'm going to play Glow Ball on Saturday, so it'll be Monday. We'll talk about Glow Ball. We'll have Glow Ball stuff we can talk about. Okay. Enjoy.